Hello, you ready for another bridge tip? Here I am. All right. We all need to work on our hand evaluation. We have a whole bunch of little helpful tools in order to do that. Most of us started counting high card points. Today, we're going to talk about adding losing trick count, known as LTC, which is a hand evaluation technique, to your arsenal for your hand evaluation. Some people call it the rule of 24 because the number 24 is an important part of the formula. We're going to see how it works. Okay, there are lots of different tools that we use to help us. Most tools are or conventions or rules are just that. They're not set in stone. They're just to help us. When we first learned bridge, we only learned evaluating our hands by counting our high card points. And as you progressed, we added other information like quick tricks, distribution points, the rule of 20. We looked at our assets, our defects. We maybe used Blackwood or key card, all sorts of things. But today we're going to talk about losing trick count, LTC. And remember again, tools are just guidelines. Bridge is not an exact science, even if we want it to be. I know you want me to say, do this and then everything will work out perfectly. Well, sorry. It's just like life. It's not always like that. We're going to concentrate on using the learning losing trick formula when our side has found a fit. Okay, a lot of people use losing trick just to decide whether or not they're going to open the bidding. There are a lot of hands that have 13 high card points but have 8 losers. Hmm, let's see. How do we get to the losing trick count formula? We count our losers. We add that to our expected partner's losers, and we deduct this total from the number 24. This total equals the number of tricks the partnership can expect to win most of the time if suits break normally and half of your finesses win. I hope all of your finesses win. Mine don't. So some people call this the rule of 24. We're calling it losing trick count. All right, how to count losers. You count losers only in the first 3 cards of each suit. So if you have a 5 card suit, we're only concerned about the first 3. With 3 or more cards in a suit, we count the ace, king, and queen as winners. Ace, king, and queens are our only cards we're concerned about. Those we call winners. Anything below an ace, king, or queen are losers. Okay? With 2 cards in a suit, we count only the ace and the king as winners. With a 1 card suit, and it's not the ace, it's 1 loser, even if it's a king. Voids are 0 losers. We like 0 losers. Let's see it in a little bit more explicit forms. Okay, so 1 card suit, if you have the ace and it's the singleton, you have 0 losers in that suit. If you have a king or a 7, it doesn't matter. They're both 1 loser. 2 card suits. Ace, king together is 0 losers. Ace X is 1 loser. King X is 1 loser. And now, when queen is there by itself, doubleton, we do count it as 2 losers. So even though there's a queen there and we said we're counting the ace, king, queen, we count that queen as 2 losers for the moment. All right. 3 card suits. Ace, king, queen together, no losers. Ace third, 2 losers. Ace queen X, 1 loser. King queen X, 1 loser. And queen third, like I have here, could be counted as 2.5 to 3 losers. However, when we have a queen jack together and another card, we count it as only two losers. So again, most opening hands contain what we call seven or less losers. Most single constructive raises contain eight or nine losers. So for a typical hand, a typical minimum opening hand, we combine our losers. An opener has seven, and the responder has nine, and that equals 16. So here's where the number 24 comes into play. You deduct that number from 24. 24 minus 16 is 8. That means our side can take 8 tricks, and we should be at the 2 level. Let's take a look at this. Here we have an example of a 6 loser hand and a 9 loser hand. So 9 and 6 equals 15. 24 minus 15 equals 9. So that's a level that we should be thinking about with the two hands combined. It doesn't necessarily make game. Of course, many times, if everything falls right and all the finesses are on, it may produce game. But this is a starting point for us to figure out where we belong. So, opener reassesses their hand after a simple raise. So, with a minimum 7 loser hand after a simple raise, they would pass. With a 6 loser hand, because your partner might have 8 losers, all right, they might have game. Maybe there's some kind of extra, so they should invite, especially when their partner supports them. In this example, they have a 6 card suit. They should definitely invite game. In example 3, they have a 5 loser hand plus extra length in the spade suit, and they should go to game or explore even more. The responder also has a responsibility to reevaluate his hand based on his loser count because the opener doesn't know what it is, and on what kind of hand the opener showed. So if the opener showed a minimum hand, he can sign off, he can invite game, he can force the game, or investigate slam if he has the right amount of losers. If it adds up and you deduct it from 24 and you should be in game, then it's the responder's job because he knows, and he who knows goes. All right. So here in this example, North has a 5 loser hand and South has a 9 loser hand. So 9 plus 5 equals 14. 24 minus 14 equals 10. So you have at least 10 tricks here. You probably have to lose a heart and a club. You might lose more, you might not, depending on what good things happen. But 10 tricks are cold. So it is North's job to show that he had this 5 loser hand. All right. Let's see it in action. Another hand where North has a typical 7 loser hand. After South responds in spades, North supports spades, but shows a minimum. He just raised to 2, didn't invite. However, South has a huge hand when his partner supports the spades. He has a 5 loser hand after the fit is found. So let's see, 7 plus 5 equals 12. That's the combined expected losers. 24 minus 12 is 12. So slam looks good and is on the horizon. Sometimes you can even make a grand. So let's take a look at this hand. So after it's gone, 1 diamond, 1 spade, 2 spades, South might elect to splinter and bid 4 clubs if you play splinters. And I'm going to mention something here. That's why I put this hand in. Even though North has a minimum hand, okay, he's already shown a minimum hand and he has some club wastage. He should cooperate with his partner. His partner is looking for slam. There might be a reason why he couldn't bid Keycard or Blackwood himself. He should cooperate and Q bid his ace of diamonds. His partner is looking for slam. Help him. Help, help, help. Okay. So it should go if you're playing a splinters, one diamond, one spade, two spades, four clubs, four diamonds, which is a control. And now South is so excited to hear that diamond Q bid. You are not supposed to bid Blackwood or key cards when you have two or three small in a suit. Even the Queen X, that's two losers right away if you're at the five level. Certainly don't want to be at the six level. We could be off the ace king in the same suit. So we do not use Blackwood or key card with two or three small in a suit. But the diamond bid, because he cooperated, was just what South needed to hear to go forward. So he was playing here key card or whatever, and he has heart control. See, he's got the ace king of hearts, so he's not afraid of that suit, and he's got good spade controls and everything. So he goes and investigates and asks questions, and they arrive in six spades. Okay. In order to make the slam, South has to remember to ruff a heart. And he can pitch one on the queen of diamonds. But if West leads the 10 of diamonds instead of the six of clubs that I have in the example, South may take all the tricks by pitching his losing club and roughing two hearts. Has to be careful. You still, once in a while, have to make sure when to pull trump and when not to pull trump if you want to rough. If you want to rough. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. And I hope to see you again soon. Have a wonderful bridge day.